Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Sorry, I'm just trying to move my camera a tiny bit. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so let me just get comments up here on my iPad. That notification popped right up for me. Remember I told you guys a couple days ago that the notification setting popped up for me on Facebook and asked if I wanted to get notified when I went live, and because I was viewing my page as a visitor, and it did. It popped right up that I was live. So maybe Facebook notification situation is getting better. That would be the hope, right? So good morning, you guys. I'm going to chat with you for a few minutes. Hey, Kathy. So happy to see you this morning. Hi, Julie. I have some coffee. And hi, Diane. We are going to make it is early. I had issues yesterday. I had technical issues. I spent some time on the phone with Apple a couple days ago for my computer situation. And they walked me through a bunch of stuff. And in the process, we wiped some stuff off my computer. Well, it wiped off my printer. And then I went to reinstall it yesterday and had all these issues. And Kayla needed to print stuff for school today. I mean, can you believe it? I was like, oh, goodness. I thought it was going to be this easy thing. And then she was really stressed out because she needed to print it for school. Luckily, we have a couple other people that we know that goes to her school. So I just made a call and said, can you print an extra one? But man, was she stressed. She's like me. She has a very type A personality. She wants everything to be perfect. And she wants, So I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to deal with that. And then we had Wi-Fi issues. Thank goodness the kids were all done with school. But I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to stress about it. And I'll jump on first thing in the morning and we'll do our make and take projects. And I'll chat with you guys. And the house will be quiet anyways because everybody will be gone. So I'm sorry that I missed you guys yesterday. And I meant to post a little note that said I would be live this morning for it. But, things happen. And we're just going to go with it. I also did not do my team. I do a live on Wednesdays for my team and on our team group, and I didn't do that, and I have to do that this morning too. So, but I'm going to start my morning out with a little bit of coffee and a little bit of crafting, and what could be better than that? So we are going to do our 3 make and take projects for, I need my stamp set. Did I grab my stamp set? Hold on, let me grab the stamp set. Okay, let me show you guys what we're using. Okay, so this is the stamp set we're using, and we're gonna need Old Olive, Garden Green, and Cherry Cobbler. So that will be the colors we are using. Aren't these gorgeous Christmas colors? The lighting's a little bit weird, but I think we're going to go with it. I think we can make it work. So these are the colors. We're going to make 3 cards. We are using this designer paper. So this is the 'Tis the Season. So if you do not know what my Blessed2Craft monthly make and takes are, it is really simple. You sign up. It is a monthly club. That's, pretty much. It is $25 and that includes shipping. You get $20 in product each month. This month I went a little bit overboard with the product that I sent out. Sometimes that happens because I get excited. And as I was packaging everything up, I was like, oh, this is going to be really expensive to ship. But everybody got a quarter pack of this designer paper. So you get $20 in product and then you get 3 projects to make. So you get either the card kit or if we're doing a 3D item, you get the kit to make it. So everybody got a quarter pack of this and this is what we're going to use. Everybody got a half a pack of the Memory and More cards. Now these coordinate with the 'Tis the Season paper, and everybody gets a bonus project. So I do a bonus project that I don't share live here, and those are only for members. So they got half a pack of the Memory and More cards, and our bonus project will be using some of the Memory and More product. So they each got a sheet of each of the stickers, a sheet of the number stickers, and then the cards. And then everybody got a set of these embellishments, the wonderful gems. And then everybody got a white gel pen. Now, this is my favorite white gel pen. It is the Uniball Signo, and it is in, I think, 0.8. I always forget which one I have. I'm pretty sure it's 0.8. So everybody, that's all the products that everybody got. And the white gel pen is not a Stampin' Up! Product. So we used to have this, actually, and we just quit selling them. And what I like to share in my make and take projects is sometimes I'll do products like this. This is a really amazing tool to have. I have this in white, silver, and gold, and I like it. And so I want to share with you guys my whole goal in doing the Blessed2Craft make and take is that you get a couple projects to make, and then you get some product to use to make it right away. And this way, I usually just pick a stamp set, like a single stamp set. It's usually not a bundle, because again, I want this to be really affordable for you guys. I want you guys to be able to pick up a stamp set when you're part of the club and you want the stamp set. You don't pay shipping and tax with it. You just let me know you want the stamp set that coordinates that month, and you're just charged for the stamp set. So that's another perk. And then there are times that you'll see retired product, or, you know, maybe our gold brushed metal cardstock retires, but I have a whole bunch on hand and I want to do a project with it, so I include it in your kit. So I like being able to do that because I feel like sometimes in the Stampin' Up! World, this isn't a paper industry situation, it's more of a Stampin' Up! World. When you're in Stampin' Up!, especially as a demonstrator, you purchase stuff and then it retires and you get rid of it and you don't use it anymore. And the idea is the thought process is, why would I use something in a video that you can't buy, that I can't sell to you? I don't necessarily like that idea. I like using my supplies, and I don't want to get rid of something just because like maybe a 6-month time slot is over for it. Now, the exception to that for me is stamps, because I'm not necessarily a stamp lover. Like, I like stamping and I like making cards, but it's not my true love of crafting. But like paper and embossing folders and dies, all of those things I really love. And so sometimes you'll see me using those. And I try not to use a ton of retired product, because it is sad when you want something and it's retired and you can't get it. But I also want you guys to use what you have and not always having to be on the lookout or on the search to run and purchase something new, right? Hey, Megan. I was just chatting with Megan this morning. Good morning, Kathy. Hi, Debbie. And Susan, thanks guys for jumping on here. So that is why you will find in these kits sometimes maybe something that's not a Stampin' Up! Product. I've ordered all of these on Amazon. They were really not very expensive. I get them in packs of 10. And so I actually had about 3/4 of the amount of white gel pens I needed to actually be able to send out to everybody. So it wasn't a big deal. So I just want you guys to know that that's why I do that. I want us to use our supplies. I feel like there's no point in us having tons and tons of stuff that we just don't use because they're 6 months old. There's things I love that I continue to go back to and use, and I want to share that with you guys. So the other thing is, when you're a part of the Make and Take club for 6 months, you get $15 in free product. And there were 3 people. I'm so glad I got a text on Tuesday, because one of the gals said, I thought I was supposed to get my $15 in product, and it was all sitting here packaged up and I just forgot to include it in the packets. And so this month there were 3 people who have been part of this for 6 months or more. And this is the product they got. So they're getting a 1/4 pack of this designer paper, some of the blue gems, and then some of this really beautiful iridescent ribbon. And I make this really pretty. I do some stamping and packaging, and then I send this off to them. So that's sitting there. So it's really fun to be a part. I will put a link in here for you guys to sign up if you are wanting to sign up. This video will go right to YouTube, so in the YouTube description or over on my website, you can sign up. It is the Blessed2Craft Make and Take Monthly. And again, it's $25. You get $20 in product. Your shipping is included in that $25. Okay, so let's grab another drink of coffee. And then hopefully that music in the background is not distracting. I have some worship music playing up in the living room, but I have it down pretty low. So, but if it's really loud on camera, you guys just tell me and I'll go turn it off. So let's go ahead and get started. The first card that we're going to do is going to be this one. Now, when you get your packets, inside your card base is all of your pieces that you need, that you won't, unless you need to cut some designer paper. You get the designer paper so that you can cut it yourself. So we have a cherry cobbler piece of cardstock. I'm just going to take my bone folder and give that a really nice crease, okay? And then we have a couple pieces here. We have this, which is from the So Sweetly Stitched dies. And then we have a piece of Whisper White here, okay? And then I need to cut a piece here for myself. So this is our brushed metal cardstock. And I'm just gonna eyeball this. In your guys' kit, it's specifically cut out. I think it's 1/4 inch. I think maybe by 3.5 or 4. Let me see. No, it's probably smaller than that. Probably 3 maybe. And on your PDF, I'm going to go a little smaller. All of the measurements. You get a printed PDF in your packet, and then you also, I send that digitally so that if you want it that way, you have that as well. Okay, so here's our card base. Now, I'm going to show you this project. Oh, good. Julie said you can't hear the music. Okay. I know it can be distracting sometimes. On the card that I'm going to show you, this piece is embossed. But for me showing you guys, I'm not going to emboss this piece, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So this piece is just cut at 4 by 5 1/4 because it's a pretty simple layer. So let's grab our adhesive. We'll get this down. We'll just do it flat. You could pop it up if you want. Sometimes when I'm doing these videos showing you guys how to put these together, I don't always take the time to pop things up when I'm doing multiple cards live because I can't cut anything out. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to pick... Okay, so we're going to pick a design. And again, I'm going to do this differently than I originally did for the original card. So let's just go through here. I think I'm going to pick this one, but I want to show you guys the designs. This is great Christmas paper. I love the colors. You guys know I love traditional red and green designs for Christmas. And this is perfect for that. You can see this one. See all my trees I cut out? Okay, so for this, we're going to need to cut this. And we're going to do 1 3/4. I think I can just use my little trimmer. I was trying to avoid getting out my big trimmer. And then we're going to do 4 1/4. Okay, so the reason that I did this green is because I have 2 trees cut out here and they're in these designs. And so I wanted to coordinate somewhat. I wanted a green strip here because my large tree is red. Now these were cut out of the stitched triangles, and that will coordinate with the stamp set. If you want to cut these out and have a stitched edge, you can get the stitched triangles, but you don't have to. In fact, for one of the cards, I'm not going to cut it out. I'm just going to stamp it, and I'm going to show you how to just fussy cut it so that you have options, but they will coordinate. And that's what I did with these, is I took the stitched triangles and I just cut the designer paper like I showed you here. So I cut a bunch of them. Okay, so let's add this. And then I'm just going to use my grid mat and line this up. Doesn't look like I'm going to need to trim it at all. There you go. And then this tree we're going to put down, and we're just going to do this one flat. It's the other side. This adhesive, I never know if it's on there. Like, it's so clear. I'm always like, did I get adhesive on there? So I'm just going to line this up. Like so. And then this tree, I'm going to go ahead and pop up with some dimensionals. They are so cute, right, Julie? These triangles. I knew right away I needed those stitched. Well, you guys know, any stitched shape die ever I get because I just love it. But the triangles I knew would be so cute for the holidays. And I knew they would probably do something pretty cute. And they did. Okay, so now I'm going to layer this. And I'm hoping that that's straight. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping, but we're not done with that. But let's do our stamping. So we have our stamp set. Okay, I started to freak out a little bit because I was like, why is this brand new? I've used it, but I see. Okay, so we're going to take these little ornaments. I'm probably saying that word wrong. My husband always says that I say it wrong. So I apologize if I'm not saying it right. Okay, and then we're going to use Garden Green. And we're going to stamp these little guys. These are so cute. So I'm stamping them. Oh, you know what I should have done? These needed to go up higher. I'm almost positive they needed to go up higher. Well, let's see if we can get a sentiment on there. Okay. I think I'm just going to use greetings. Yeah, see. Let me see what I have here. Right when I stamped that, I was like, oh man, I think it needed to go higher. I guess I could do from all of us. That would probably fit. Yeah, that'll fit. That's not the sentiment I wanted on there, but, you know, you just have to go with it. Okay. This says, I gotta get right over this. I want this to be straight. So no worries, I'm still here. Oh, look, I even messed it up because it's crooked on my block. Well, what do we do? Do we just go with it? Okay, so one thing I'm going to do that I did not do on the other card is I'm going to take my gold, this is a gold gel pen, and I'm going to fill in the circles on the ornament and then the lines Oh, this is kind of thick. Oh, I might have just ruined this. Well, not really. But this is pretty thick, so I'm not going to do that. Well, yeah, let's just do it. I mean, it's homemade, right? It's not Hallmark. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Bring this back over here. Okay. So now I have this. This is the brushed metal piece. I wish that sentiment would have turned out better. Okay, then I'm going to try to center this. Am I even on camera, you guys? Yeah, I am. Okay, I want you guys to see that up close. See how I did that with that pen? I can tell that it's still wet, and this is not. It's not even close to being not crooked. Okay, how am I going to do this? Because I don't... Okay, we're going to put this on dimensionals because I don't want to smear that gold. That gold was such a good idea, if I do say so myself. Okay. Okay, I'll show you the other one. So then I'm just going to layer the sentiment. And then the other thing I'm going to do, which I didn't do on the other card, I guess I'm just showing you guys some different ways to do things. And then I want 2 more of these. Okay. So for one of these, did I get adhesive on it? Yeah, I did. Okay. And I didn't include these stars for you guys. If you guys got packets, I'm so sorry. I didn't think about this until this morning when I got all my stuff out to do this. I was like, oh, these stars would be perfect. Okay. Okay. What's going to be funny is when I start to sing, because I forget I'm on camera, and it almost just happened. The song that's on right now is a really good song. Okay. Okay, so here's this one. And I feel like it's pretty plain, right? On this one, you can see that I embossed this white piece behind it. Now, for everybody's kit, I did not emboss any of the pieces because I like you guys to have your own option to emboss your pieces. Like maybe you don't like that design that I use to emboss, and maybe you have a different one. And so I like you to have that option. But I wanted to show you the difference. Okay, and I really like doing that with the ornaments there. See what a difference it makes when you emboss. But that is 2 different colors that you could do, and the trees are different. So you can see the possibilities are endless with this set. So I love that. Okay, so there's our first card. And let's get some more coffee. Okay. Now our second card is with the old olive. Okay, so you'll have your old olive card base, and that Start Punch is super cute. It's one I've had for a long time. Again, that's a perfect example of a product that I don't think it's necessary to get rid of as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for myself, just because it's retired. It's a Star Punch. We can all use Star Punches, right? Okay, the other pieces you'll have is a piece of cherry cobbler. And then this is a stitched nestled, from the stitched nestled dies. Again, it's stitched, which is super fun, right? And then, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this a little different. Now, for this one, on the original card, let me just show you. The original card I embossed with these stripes, which are super cute, right, for Christmas. For this one that I'm going to do with you, I embossed this with polka dots. So you're going to be able to see the difference in just using a different embossing folder. And this, I feel like I really do need to put some fun foam on. And this piece is just about perfect. Okay, so that is just about perfect. Let me see if I have any snail laying around. Why isn't this coming off? There we go. Okay. I feel like that wasn't like enough adhesive for it to really stick. We will find out if it falls apart. Okay. So this piece that is embossed is just a 1/4 inch smaller than my card base. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. And aren't those polka dots just so cute? Now, what you can do, and you could even do this if it wasn't embossed. I'm just going to show you a little trick. I guess I'm just real excited to show you guys little tricks today. I'm in the mood to craft. That's the situation. So I'm just going to take a sponge dauber and some garden green. Yeah, I'm going to do garden green. And I'm going to go right over these where these are embossed. So even if you don't have a circle embossing folder, you could totally do this. They're just acting as a guide, basically. But it'll still give you that fun look. And then this enhances the circles. So cute, right? Such a great trick to just add a little bit of detail. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is, again, we're going to look through our designer paper. And I want to find a red piece. And I actually know exactly which one I want. This one right here. Okay. So this we need to be, I think it's 1.5. I don't think that's big enough, you guys. It's not. I gotta do a measurement here. Where's my ruler? Right here. Okay. So I actually need this to be 2 inches. I thought I remembered, but I didn't. And then I want it to be 4 1/4. And then we're gonna layer. Oh, let me show you. Yeah. This I got on Etsy a long time ago. It's a Stampin' Up! Clear mount case. And then there's these acrylic pieces put in. I don't know how the gal did it. But it came full of daubers. You purchase like the daubers and the clear case, and then it had the dividers, and I absolutely love it. It's perfect. Okay, so we're going to layer these two things together, and this is really going to give you this tone-on-tone effect with your cherry cobbler. And this is a great design. You can pick any design you want. That's why everybody gets a 1/4 pack of paper. So you can pick your own designs, whatever you want. Okay, so now we're going to put this right on there. So that's super simple. That's a super simple layer. So I'll just line it up with my grid mat and press it down. You're welcome. I love sharing. Okay. Sorry, guys. Now, this is where I'm going to show you a different way to do this. Now, you could stamp out your tree and then cut it out with your dies. But if you didn't get the dies because you didn't want them, you just wanted the stamp set, I'm going to show you, you can fussy cut it if you want, which just means you stamp it and then you cut it out. For this particular, let's see, we're going to need this and then this one. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to show you is how you can just stamp it and it's still beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna need old olive. And the first thing we're gonna do, can you guys see this? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is stamp our tree. So just go slow, there's no reason to rush. So you're just gonna ink this up. Okay, and then I'm gonna get right over it, you guys. So I'm gonna pull it in front of me, and then I'll show you. Okay, so let me show you. So what I do is I line it up with my grid mat on the edge, so I know it's straight. And then I try to line the bottom of my stamp up with a line. Perfect, right? Okay, so now let's do our greeting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this let's do garden green. The difference for this one, rather than the one, my original one, is my original tree is popped up and this one is not. So I don't want my greeting, oops, I put that in the garden green, or in the old olive. Okay, let's do garden green. So we're gonna do greetings right under that tree. Oh, and that's pretty straight. I'm kind of impressed with myself this morning. Okay, it won't last, I promise. Okay, so then let's do cherry cobbler. And then we're gonna try to straighten this. This is the greeting I used before. Okay, I think that's better. From all of us. So we'll just layer this. Greetings from all of us. Okay. Couple things we're gonna do. First thing is, we are going to use this ribbon here. This is the red braided twine. Everybody got some of this, and we're gonna make a bow. And this ribbon is pretty nice to work with to make bows. And you can pull this ribbon apart. So once I get my ribbon tight, what I'm gonna do is pull this a little bit, pull it apart a little bit to fluff out this bow. And that gives you a little different look too. I like it when You can use products multiple ways. And this is a great example of that. So let's trim. I want these pretty short. And then the best way to attach these are glue dots. So let's grab a glue dot. And add that. And then we're going to open up our gems here. And we're going to add a little bit of bling. I need my X-Acto knife. Which, is right here. I was going to say which is not here. Well, my X-Acto knife isn't even helping me this morning. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of these onto the tree. On Christmas trees, do you guys like colored lights or white lights? In our house, we are a big fan of colored lights. I feel like I keep adding them because I keep feeling like they're, I don't know, not enough or like not spaced out right or something. That's pretty good. And then let's go ahead and add a gold star again, even though I didn't do that before on the other card. And I'm so sorry I didn't include these for you guys, because that would have really been nice on your guys' cards. Okay, so then now we're going to bring all of this together. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, it'll be okay. Just like so. Okay, so let me show you them side by side. Julie said colored lights. So this you can see I stamped it and then I cut it out with the dies. And so then I was able to pop that tree up. Right? This one is flat. And then this one has the stripes and this one has the polka dots. So a little bit different, right? But still super, super cute. Okay, so now I gotta get up for 1 second and grab some crumb cake cardstock. Okay. Our last card is going to be a slim line card. Okay, and we're gonna need the big trimmer for this. And let me just get my measurement so I can't remember exactly what this needs to be. Okay, everybody help me remember 7 by 8.5. 7 by 8.5. 7 by 8.5. So we're gonna cut at 8.5. Okay, so we cut our cardstock at 8.5, and then we're gonna cut it at 7. Okay. And then we're gonna fold this. And this kind of card will fit in a standard letter size envelope. So let's give this a good crease. And then we're going to have it open up this way. And I think I need to change my blade because I got some, like my cardstock wasn't as smooth. And so when that happens, sometimes if I don't push down hard enough on my my trimmer, on the blade, or if it needs to be changed, that will happen. I just use a nail file. That's all that is. Just a nail file, a regular nail file. And that will just clean that up. That looks a lot better. Okay, so what we need, and I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did in the photo. We're going to take a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock and then a piece of white cardstock, and we're going to add these together. We can do that right away. And we'll just center all of this. You could also do this in early espresso. You could make the card base early espresso. I think that would be really pretty as well. So now this piece is just going to go here in the middle. And I don't know, for the sake of time, oh, I'm out of adhesive. Okay, let me just use my snail. For the sake of time, we're just going to make it flat. Okay, so put that right in the middle. Now I feel like I'm going to forget this step. So what I'm going to do, what is that? Something on my cardstock. So let me try to fix that. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, so here is our card. Now, I feel like I'm going to forget this step if I don't do it right now. So I'm going to do my white gel pen now. And this, in a normal video, I would edit this part out so you didn't have to see me do this, but we're live. We're stamping live, so I can't cut this out. So what I'm doing is just faux stitching. So I'm just, the way I do my faux stitching is I do a dash line and a dot. Some people just, that's not comfortable. This is better. Some people just do a dash line. Oh yeah, that's gonna go faster. But I like to add that little dot. And I'm gonna go all the way around. And it's okay, it's not perfectly straight. I don't have this, you know, the most steady hand this morning, so. And you just go around. You kind of get a feel for it to know, you know, when I first started doing it, things never really lined up great, you know, but you kind of get a feel for it. And this really is one of my favorite things to do. You could also just add a line if you wanted, or you don't have to do this step at all if you don't want, I guess. I don't know who in their right mind wouldn't want to add faux stitching to something, but you totally don't have to. Okay, perfection. And I think that did I have ink on my hand? I must have, because there's a smudge. Okay, so now let's put all of this together. So what I have now is I have 3 more stitched triangles that I cut out. And like I said, I'm going to do this a little bit different than I did on my first card because I just want to show you a different way to do these. So let's stamp our greeting. Where's my stamp set? So for this one, we're going to do joy and cheer. Yeah. And we're going to stamp this in Old Olive. So let's get a block. That's not big enough. I guess I need a bigger block. Okay, Old Olive, it is. And this makes me nervous because I'm going to stamp into the middle of this, and we're going to hope it's straight. There's no way to like really line anything up, so we're just going to hope that I'm not crooked. Yeah, it's okay. I feel like it should have been up a little higher. I feel like I need to re-ink this ink pad. I feel like all of my ink pads recently, I'm like, oh, I need to re-ink this one. I need to re-ink that one. I guess it's just time. Okay, so the first tree that's going to go down is going to be, we're going to do it on the red side. And it's this large one. And this is going to have to go pretty much all the way down because it's like the entire length of the card. So we'll do that. And, oh, I used something else for that. Okay, so now I have these two, and they're the same size, right? But that's okay. So what I'm going to do is this one, and this design is upside down, which under normal circumstances, that would bother me. But for today, we're just going to go with it. So you're just going to pick some designs. And then I'm just going to add this one here. And this is, I'll show you the other way I did it in just a second. Okay. 3 dimensionals will work pretty well. And then I'm just going to layer it like that. Now, I included in everybody's kit a pinch of these gold stars, and you guys have seen me use these before. It looks like I'm out of the like larger ones. I need to punch some more out, but you guys have seen me use these before. I love them. These stars are just from a border punch that we used to have, and I have a whole bunch of them in these little containers. I have silver and black and gold, and I have some white ones, and then I have the same in hearts. Okay, so then I'm just going to take these and put them on here. Well, what is going on with my X-Acto knife today? Okay. And I think I accidentally well, that's how that's going to be. And then we're going to take these gold ones and add them to this. And again, we'll just sprinkle them on here. I'm going to use the bigger ones because the tree is the large tree. So they're starting to look like they're all in a line, and I don't like that. So out one there. Oh, see, I'm adding too many, but I'm being too much of a perfectionist about the way that they're landing on the tree, but oh well. I mean, you can't have too much bling, I guess. Right? Okay. And then I didn't do this on my other card, but I'm going to. I'm just going to add gold dots into the middle of these designs. So that's another tip for you guys. You can always, add Wink of Stella or add, if you have Nuvo drops or the gel pen, you can add to your designer paper. Of course you can. So the last thing well, I don't think I'm going to. I think that I'm going to leave this just like this, but I'll show you the original one I designed. So here's this one. You could also emboss the white piece. You would just have to do it in sections because this is probably longer than your embossing folders that you have. Okay, so here's this one. And you can see that I added the bow to this one. Now, I could add a bow to this, but I feel like it might be a little bit unbalanced because the tree isn't as big. But I love the gold dots on that. And then you can see on both of these, I added the gold to the red and then the red to the green. On this one, because it's tucked behind there, I don't necessarily know that I would want to add any of the gems to it, but then I have the stars on top, and then it says joy and cheer, and then it's in this longer card. So I think it turned out great. So there's that one. I'll show you guys all the cards again. Then there is these. I wonder if I can get them all in the camera view for you guys. So this one has happiest wishes to you and yours, which I like better. I feel like that fills it up a little bit better. And then there's these two. And I really like both of them. The other thing, look, I just keep adding. Let me see. Oh yeah, this will work. You could do this with your white gel pen. Ooh, whoops. All right, oops. Now it's going off the rails. It's because I can't see. I'm just following that embossed line. Whoops. You can see I messed up there, but that gives it a little something. I love that. Perfect, right? So those are the cards for today, you guys. Those are our make and take for Blessed2Craft. Next month will be another set of Christmas cards, and those I will share with you guys the projects next week. I think on Monday is when you guys will see the projects for that. If you are part of Blessed2Craft, then you will get an email in the next hour or so with a link to this video. I need to upload it. And then also a link to your bonus project this month. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will be live again next Monday. So things are starting to get back to normal around here. I am going to do a lot of cleanup today, and I have a lot of videos to edit. Again, computer issues are just no fun, and they really throw a wrench in my workflow. So I have a lot of videos to get edited and uploaded. I'll be doing that, and then I'll be live again with you guys on Monday for some Christmas projects because I am all done with fall and Halloween projects. I have wrapped those up this week and they're done, and I'll be diving into Christmas stuff, which is so exciting. It is time to get the Christmas music playing, right? And the lights up, and to dive into some Christmas. I think we all need some Christmas joy, right? So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will chat with you guys later.